Andrew, watch, Kaya, watch your left nipple. Or
Watch both of them.
Yeah, that's fine. It's low cut. Twitch will understand, it's style.
It is Turkish culture.
I look like a fucking Sith Lord.
No, you do not.
No, look.
I look like Han Solo if he did porn for a living.
So normally it wouldn't matter because, you know, you used to be able to have fun, but now Twitch is cracking down on anything remotely sexual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Except titties.
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of plug is this?
I don't know.
God, you bought this at like a camel factory.
A camel
I have
factory.
no idea what I'm looking at.
Clearly have no idea how camels work either. Hey, who's Twitch admin?
You.
Yeah.
Every time we play, you're a real downer.
I know it. I feel like it immediately overstays its welcome past the first question.
I think it's fun.
I think it's fun.
Get ready for round 2.
Oh wait, this is only round 2? Jesus.
How much fun is it after 20 rounds, Jackson?
I don't know enough about American history to know what any of this means.
Yep, I didn't know either, Jackson. That didn't stop me.
I'm trying to enter the truth.
Okay, take a look.
Why would you try and enter the giant orgy on the banks of the
Giant
Missouri?
fart machine. You really like that?
I like fart machine.
You really like that one.
Fucking back hurts from fart machine. I was laughing so hard.
You threw your back out from the fart machine. No, well, you
Drive by. Now we're fucking feeling it. That's what I wanted to hear. Oh. That was really fucking wet.
That was
too.
impressive. It was like a symphony.
Yeah, that was like
it had low and high notes to it.
It had a little. What do they call it? A trifle at the end? Like it was a crescendo.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it built,
oh,
it
what
built
is
up
it?
to.
Yeah.
think
An
it's
arpeggio? No. That's where you play notes individually.
I was gonna say grundle, but doesn't that mean like a fat person?
The grundle is another word for taint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It has a word where it like
that
kind
was
of like teeters off like that.
That was incredible.
Trill.
Ah, right.
Yeah, it had like a little trill at the end.
Tremolo?
No. Trill.
No?
It's a trill.
Okay.
It's a trill. I remembered it. That fart
fart.
earned you 100 bits, Kaya.
Oh yeah.
Your farts are worth $1.
Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah, man.
Do you have
Thomas Jefferson's favorite?
Do you have another one ready for us?
Oh, not yet.
Alright, keep building it up.
Did you fart out there?
No, he farted into this.
It was very impressive.
Did somebody clip it so Jackson can
Yeah,
hear it?
I
Let's
did
just
too.
let's just keep looping that for the rest of the stream.
Fuck.
Make that a donation stone.
Please tell me someone clipped it. I want to hear it again.
That's still my favorite part of history is when he farted on that E3 stream.
Oh, this blew that out of the water in terms
Really?
of like pure power and energy. Yeah.
So
This just happened moments ago. In case you weren't watching,
I'll
the
just
last
have it on.
episode.
I'll have it on standby. There we go.
Great.
And I'll have it echo so they can hear it again too.
I'll point to it. Search for fart machine.
You threw your back out on the fart machine.
I remember this part.
No, well,
Don't worry.
I'll keep them stalled.
I'm literally coming back.
shit.
No, don't shit your pants.
Sure.
Don't shit your pants.
Why are you laughing, Tully? You're in the splash zone.
I know, but I got my poncho on just in case.
Oh god.
Just in case I get hit with the debris.
All right, this is gonna be fucking complicated.
The breeze of my briefs.
Go take a shit.
If you have
We're setting this up. Go shit.
If you have to fart, man,
Yeah.
make sure to do it on your way out. Leave your farts in the designated receptacle.
Leave them for our collection.
Fuck that. I'm not gonna laugh.
I told you we're not gonna laugh.
Too late now.
Yeah, just play it.
All right, fine. Let's just not laugh.
I remember this part. That's a good part. It gets better with every move.
That's my favorite.
Somebody clip this.
But so you guys bitch that it takes long to set up, and then when I have to figure out how to set it up,
Andrew, play the fart.
Charlie, you have a problem.
We never bitch at you, Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. All right, here's the new part.
I don't think I'm gonna laugh.
All right, this time I'm not gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh.
He farts into the.
Let's just not laugh.
That's a good part.
That's my favorite.
It's like some comedy voice. everything goes quiet, and then a jump scare of Kaya's ass. That was good. That gets better with every loop, man. I wonder how many times you can loop that before the fart is indecipherable. I feel like some point it's just gonna sound like somebody just fucking blasted a car in a car bomb.
It sounded like a church chant. This is the best Mario Party stream
Yeah,
today.
it was like a seance.
Oh, we might have something.
Everyone.
That felt good. So much better. I'm dipping that mic in alcohol when you guys leave. I'm giving it a fucking acid bath.
He's blowing his colon on you.
I'm just glad that he's wearing that thick padded onesie over his ass. That's like solid brown on the inside.
It's acting like a filter.
Alright.
Oh yeah, you should have had the bilateral headphones and you could have farted into one side and drifted to the other.
Like Dolby Surround cinema. Yeah, it'll be
No,
nice.
it's not that hard. So we take the old one of us reacting to the three reactions to the initial
You
fart.
can't have two reactions because then you can't you can't layer them.
Why? Look, so you take the primordial fart reaction.
The primordial fart, the genesis of fart.
Yeah, you put that on the bottom left. And then you take his newest fart, his version 2, the 2.0. and
Magnum opus.
Yeah, you put it on the bottom right, and then we react to both of them. You see?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So, all right, pass the other fart.
What?
Yeah, someone's holding off on giving us all the material
other
we
part.
need.
Clip the second one.
Pass the other fart.
We need the new fart. Well, actually, can you play this real quick? Because this
Can
might
you
be-
remember your GameCube
Wait, do we
controllers next time?
Yeah.
Do we have patient zero?
He strikes again. Okay,
All right,
that's
perfect,
definitely the new one.
All right,
You're like the Batman of farts.
all right.
I feel like I won't laugh at it.
You do too.
It's just us farting.
What do you mean us farting? It's you farting.
You're yucking it up, inhaling. Like, play it again.
Yeah, I need my fix.
Eyes bulging.
Ever looked at any Salvador Dali art?
Yeah.
So we're going like 5 layers.
I have, and I didn't think it really looked all that much like this.
It's just like the melting clocks.
Oh fuck! Which one is this?
Hey, you should be proud of yourself.
Oh, so that's the black
Six,
screen.
man.
So we need this one. Okay, I'm
Sit down.
trying my best.
You're
here.
part of internet history. This will be on Twitch's homepage soon.
So
Farted
we
to
need-
an audience of 1,000.
What the fuck?
This will be on porn sites everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, it has to be some type of fetish
And
somewhere.
absolutely, cake farting, dude.
Well, Turkish men farting through a Care Bear suit.
This is so fucking complicated.
You should wash the suit.
Oh, is it not your suit?
No, it's mine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's soiling my sacred territory, defiling my material on my birthday.
How do you ever fart like a
Okay.
My farts are too silent. I can't
Alright.
do anything cool with them.
All right.
I can't like freestyle like Kaya can.
Okay. 2, 1, go. Hang on, now it's showing up. All right, here's the. here's the
showing up. Jesus, that's a same time.
This time I
Yeah, I think that's as deep as we can go.
I don't think it's gonna get better than
Yeah,
that.
you definitely can't.
Oh
go.
my
Now
god.
we have
No, we have to get the left
Oh,
side.
I'm so glad this wasn't on my sheet.
Now we have them both on one screen, so we can continue
Oh.
the timeline in one replay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Now we have it all on one.
Right.
We can fix the Marvel Cinematic Universe
Alright.
timeline.
So we'll only react to like that key reaction.
Yo,
Yeah, the ensemble movie.
yo, check this out.
So basically, in the Cloverfield universe, that would have been the paradox.
Alright, so basically clip that, please.
No, that's probably as good as that's gonna get. Huh?
Yeah, the problem is I can make the game smaller.
Well, I guess in the black space you could put the 2 farts. Good.
Oh, that was exciting.
Yeah.
That was a next level shit.
Now the pre-show's over, the real stream
Alright.
can start. Damn it.
I seem to have won the game.
Yeah, well, you're
God,
being-
first Mario Kart, then Mario Party. I'm unstoppable.
He is a gaming force unlike any other.
I am fully optimized. This chair is what gives me strength.
Reasonable level.
Alright, it's gonna be fucking dumb.
Turn it up.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight we've got a special mission. Who here knows how to solve this motherfucker. Please raise your hand and come to the front of the classroom because I require your assistance badly. Your record is 7 seconds. Okay, I require your expertise here. Fucking X-Men of Rubik's Cube solving. I'm as sad as you are, Tetra. I want this solved. Please, before my dog has a heart attack from the sadness. I don't need a guide. We're gonna do this together. Twitch presents helping a fucking Cro-Magnon solve a Rubik's Cube. That's tonight's mission. Twitch, you remember Twitch plays Pokemon? That's this, but with an even stupider interface. Which is me. God, I'm getting a bunch of different fucking formulas tossed at me like it's middle school math class again. How close am I? Am I 2 moves away from checkmate? Next step. Do I shove it in my asshole next and it'll come out fully solved? Flop your dick on it, that might do it. Maybe that's the step I'm missing. Call on Discord? No, we're doing this through chat. This is what Twitch was fucking made for. Please submit your professional cubing resumes. That looks like something. D, L2, B2, L2, R2, F2, R2, U2, R2, D, UB. What is that, like the Konami code of Rubik's cubing? What's that cheat code?
Good luck.
Oh, you type in what you have, and it solves it for you? No, we're doing this the old-fashioned way. The way our fathers and grandfathers solved these, with Twitch chat. The way God intended. I'm not cheating with Discord, and I'm not cheating with the website. We're gonna solve this the old-fashioned way, raw and no rubber. What the fuck do I do with this piece of shit from here? I understand I need to move the corners. I don't know the algorithm to move these corners efficiently. So I'm sitting here with my soft dick in my hand and Rubik's Cube in the other, and nothing to do because no one's giving me the correct algorithms. Do you see the conundrum? I'm able to deduce that perhaps the white cross is not where it needs to be. However, I don't know how to put it where you're telling me to put it. Please, give me the steps. Thank you. Up. What the fuck is... Where are you at, Obake? You're the one that strikes me as a connoisseur here. A virtuoso, a savant of cubing. Which side is facing me? Which side should be facing me? Red facing me. Okay, so left, up. I forgot what was it, left prime? I don't know what the fuck jump it means. Jesus, I'm not gonna fucking kickflip my Rubik's Cube. These terms, they mean nothing to me. No scope it. 360 pickaxe. I'm gonna fucking solve this. We've got this, boys and girls. And we're not taking the easy way out. We're doing it the hardest way possible. This is like sitting in a classroom and having every single student all at once tell you to do something. And it's all something different. And then you figure it out eventually. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be fat. Twitch history. Plot twist, Obake doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, that'd be the hardest pill to swallow of 2018. Oh, that'd be an awful plot development. Right prime, left up prime, down Optimus Prime, Autobots, rollout. We'll give that a try, if Obake corroborates that. Lochner, I don't believe in the universal solving algorithm. However, if I fuck this up again, please send me that. I'd like to try that. I'll put it to the test. Okay, so up, right, up prime, right prime. Got it. I did a pair! I did a pair! You heard, Obake. That's my first step to becoming a man. Putting some hair right on my ball sack. There's plenty of hair down there, but you could always use more. We got our first pair, baby. A nice pair of lesbians out here. What's next? How do I get another pair? A 2 pair. I'm going for the whole pot. I've got it. Face red. I'm facing red! I'm looking at red. Staring right up this fucking prolapse. Up prime. Left. Alright. Now what? No! Oh god, don't use that? Oh, Jesus. So then... Up. Left. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. I had to do left and up. Oh, you're right. Oh my god, I reversed it. Oh, I reversed it. Okay. Okay. What did I just do then? I did... Okay, so the left needs to go up. This needs to go back. Alright, and now this needs to go down. And this needs to go back. We're back. We're back. We're back. This is where we were at? You actually solved it? Don't... Obake, you need to be quicker on the draw. I will make no more mistakes. This will be flawless from here on out. As quickly as Obake gives me the intel, I'm going to execute command perfectly. L is facing you. What? What does that mean? Hit me with more, I can handle it. Up prime, I like it. I like where our head's at. Bang. We're going to solve this, baby. What do you mean other way? We are right fucking there, baby. Don't take your hands off your wieners just yet. Where are you, Obake? Don't tell me you already went into cardiac arrest. Alright, we're good. I'm listening, Obake. I'm all fucking ears, man. What was the next step? I need the next fucking step. I need it! Jesus Christ, I'll never get hard again without it. What was the next step? I don't believe you that he said L prime. Not until it comes out of his own ass. I need to smell the fart to know it's his. Another slow turn. Like I'm Indiana Jones in an unfamiliar area. That's right, prime. Right? Oh my god. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. You've thrown a monkey wrench into my gears. You threw a monkey wrench into my gears. This is right, prime, right? No. Yeah, that's the right way. Alright, beginner's method sounds fantastic to me. I'm not exactly like the fucking raid boss of cubing or anything. I'll settle for the beginner's method. Stop on blue okay, blue facing me. Got it. Blue, me. Let's go on a date. Where are we going? What restaurant are you taking us to? Up prime? Right prime? Where are we going? What does it mean, do F? Do I clockwise rotate the front? I just turn the front. This seems scary. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Swagger Souls. Okay, it's good. Well, that's good to hear. I can follow instructions to a 3rd grade level. Oh, someone's trying to throw me off with Obake 3K, but you're not subbed. Didn't fucking work now, did it, pussy boy? I almost fucking fell for it, too. Gotta charge a laptop? Obake! This is not the fucking time! You come into the Rubik's Cube stream knowing full well that you're going to be here a long time teaching me. You need to have your shit charged. That's very unprofessional. I'm becoming of a big cuber. Jesus. What a time. Oh, that was quick. Alright, good. What's next? Up. God, I feel like a fucking mad scientist with unstable chemicals with every fucking turn. Like I'm defusing a bomb and shit. Alright, up complete. Left. Oh, that's not the same Obake. You almost fucking got me. Oh, you sly little pussy boy. You thought you could put 2 fists in my butthole, but you could only fit 1. Get you every time. Left prime. God, my fucking brain's shutting down. Left prime. Okay, away from me. Fucking executable file in my brain. It stopped responding. No, it's towards me. Yeah, you're right, it's towards me. No, wait. Oh, God! Ah, which way is it? Hands of a clock. Special anime move. Left prime. Okay, I was right the first time. We're back. We had a Microsoft reboot. Alright, we're in it. D prime. That's like when the coach calls like the go for it on 4th down play. Or like a fake field goal for the win. D prime. I need a fucking towel and some Gatorade. Jesus Christ. Alright. Take it slow. Got it. D prime complete. Blue facing you, L. I need to see it from Obake. He said 1 second. Give this man a breather, god damn it. We're at the end. This is when we buckle down. We have a group hug in the shower and we say, this is our time for the championship, baby. Oh god, the whole formula again. Alright. I can handle it. I'm a big fucking boy. I can handle my math formulas. Blue side. Right prime. D prime. right, D. Oh, it's coming along so beautifully. Come on, baby. Come on, take her home. What's next, Obake? What's next? I'm getting really fucking concerned. Alright, right prime, D prime, right, D. Alright. Once more. Right prime, D prime, right, D. I'd like to take a moment to thank my friends and my family for getting me to this moment. And my sensei, Obake-san. Oh god, yes! Fuck! My first Rubik's Cube solved. Oh my lord, I'm gonna go jerk off into my toilet. Yes! Oh. What I'm about to share with you is classified information, highly sensitive, put on lockdown from the top level government authorities, and yet I will break the magician's code and share the secret with you. I will reveal the truth that the highest level puppet masters that control this corporeal dimension are trying to keep from you. I will display it full on, full exposed, cock and balls out for you, because I believe in a strong sense of information sharing. And thus, I am bringing you this news. If fucking aliens were discovered today, that discovery would pale in comparison to the truth I'm about to reveal to you. It happens on twitch.tv. Not even my streaming platform, twitch.tv/moistcritical, although a lot of great shit happens there. On twitch.tv, there's a section for a game called Artifact. Only 90s gamers remember Artifact. It was a shitty attempt from Valve a couple years ago or a couple months ago. There's really no telling because no one remembers Artifact. But it was their attempt to make a really shitty card game. And it was a shitty card game that everyone got bored of really quickly. Now on Twitch, if you're unfamiliar with the platform, it breaks it up by game. So you'll have streamers streaming one game in the game section on Twitch, and they wouldn't be anywhere else because it's against the rules. Well, on Artifact, since no one was playing the game, they'd only have maybe 5 viewers on their best night, like a fucking Sweet 16 orgy in Artifact. They'd pull maybe 5 to 10 viewers or something like that. It was basically a dead spot on Twitch. What happened is evil mastermind geniuses, some fucking Teen Titans Galaxy Brain level mastermind evil people, hijacked Artifact on Twitch and now are using it to play all types of illegal shit, all types of fucking deranged shit. There was like 3 streams earlier today for Avengers Endgame, all just blatantly playing Avengers Endgame. There was John Wick streams. There's some really fucked up shit on there too, like they'll play actual terrorist shit, like real terrorism acts on the Artifact section. It's the goddamn Wild West of just degeneracy over there. There's been so many of those goddamn John Wick streams over the last 3 days. This is a rather new development. It's been like 3-4 days of Artifact being hijacked for illegally playing shit, and it's just been fucking nuts. Absolutely wild. Aquaman was on there earlier today as well. There's a SpongeBob on loop channel there. This shit is nuts. And Twitch is having a really hard time shutting it down because I feel like Twitch forgets that Artifact even exists, much like everyone else. So they'll see Artifact and be like, oh, what the fuck is that? Probably just some nerds playing Dungeons and Dragons or jerking off to hentai or something. Who gives a fuck? Leave it. I just took a quick screenshot just to show you what I mean on Twitch. So if you go to Artifact there, anything in there is not Artifact related at all. You'll immediately see that. I can't even show you the whole page because it was almost entirely porn when I took this picture. So this is all I can show you, but right there is Hardcore Henry is the second thing and then some anime is the first thing. It's nuts. It's absolutely wild on Artifact. Shit's popping off and it's an actual crime. And I feel like that could be bad for Twitch because they're hosting fucking in-game shit. Like I don't understand why they're not acting a little harder, but god damn it, is it just fucking silly what's happening with that whole section. But you fear for the worst. They might have to just remove Artifact from Twitch, which would devastate all 3 people that still play the game or watch it. Fucking Gabe Newell will lose sleep over it. He'll never sleep again, just tossing and turning, wondering how Artifact could have failed. It was supposed to kill Hearthstone, destroy Yu-Gi-Oh!, banish that shit to the Shadow Realm, and yet it's not doing it. You know, this is probably going to be the last game Valve ever develops because they don't do shit anymore, and damn it, they didn't go out with a bang. They're going out with a whimper and really shitty porn. it'd be a shame if they got rid of Artifact from Twitch, but I don't know how else they're going to combat it. And now at this point, I feel even if they did get rid of Artifact, all those people that are using that to just put illegal shit on there are just going to find a different game, probably Overwatch next or something, I really don't know. But they'll find somewhere else. So now they've got a big problem on their hands. And I feel like a lot of people didn't know that this was happening with Artifact. So now you do. It's a big fucking secret. Hopefully Twitch doesn't send the assassins to rappel through my window and try and silence me because I blew the lid on the Artifact conspiracy. This shit is nuts. This is like Hollow Earth. Fucking Flat Earth 2.0, but real because it's Artifact on Twitch and happening now. It's fucking nuts, man. But anyway, just thought this was worth bringing to your attention. I don't encourage watching John Wick or Endgame on Twitch. I think you should support the movies, John Wick especially, because I fucking love that series. But anyway, that's it. So yeah. Throughout my life, my beliefs on certain things have always changed, which is very natural for most people, you know. As a kid, believing in Santa Claus, for example, you think for sure Santa Claus is the one leaving those presents under the tree, and that shit stain leading from the chimney to the tree is just Santa Claus. And then you learn, well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't Santa Claus eating the cookies and drinking the Bud Light you'd leave out overnight. It was your parents. My point being, everyone's beliefs change over the course of their life, and today, something that I believed for pretty much my whole life is being called into question internally within me. My faith in it is wavering, which is why I'm here in the confession booth, limp dick in hand, ready to tearfully talk about it. It's the belief that some things are too big to fail. I've always grown up believing that at a certain threshold, a company, a person, reaches this point where no matter what really happens, they're not going to fail. They're not going to fold. Now, what's made me start questioning this and really biting my ass is Ninja leaving Twitch. I believe Twitch is a company that is too big to fail, backed by Amazon, pretty much has monopoly on streaming, and Twitch is a household name. And I know that statement right there is a hard pill for some of you to swallow because there's still this delusional group of Twitch chat moderators that believe streaming is still this underground hobby that only the most elite of gamers partake in, you know, sporks in the air. But you have to face it, most people know what Twitch is and streaming these days in general. It's the new gold rush. Everyone's buying streaming equipment and shit like that. The normies are charging your gates. Epic Omega lol spammers Monka S. It's big. It's out there and everyone knows about it. And I would have said Twitch is too big to fail until today. So today, Ninja announced he's going to be exclusively streaming on Mixer, leaving Twitch behind. Obviously, Mixer, which is backed by Microsoft, paid Ninja a ton of money, an obscene amount of money, no doubt about that, so he's made the switch over to Mixer. What that does to Twitch leaves it up to speculation. It's a domino effect, potentially, where a lot of people will now go to Mixer or other streaming platforms now that they see there could be viable competition or a good livelihood on another platform. Up until Ninja made this move, that wasn't really an option. Your big streamers were going to stay on Twitch pretty much no matter what. And that's what made Twitch almost unbeatable. It's the same position YouTube's in. YouTube has a monopoly on video sharing. Your giant YouTubers aren't going anywhere because there's no viable alternatives. There's no one that has the capital to take someone off of YouTube and put them somewhere else to try and jumpstart it. But Microsoft's Mixer did just that with Ninja. So the effects are, you don't know what's going to happen, but there's clearly going to be at least a bit of a paradigm shift. Now there might actually be competition in streaming, which is great. Competition leads to improvements, and Twitch really needs some fucking improvements. I switched to Twitch last year. I've criticized Twitch a lot in the past. I talked about it a lot, very rightfully so. They deserve a lot of fucking criticism for a lot of the stupid shit they pull, but I genuinely thought they were getting better, and YouTube was gargling some fat ass, more ass than a toilet seat, so I switched to Twitch for streaming, twitch.tv/moistcritical. I don't know if I'm even allowed to criticize them with how they enforce terms of service these days. It's the fucking wild, wild west now. Twitch has gone back to what I used to criticize them for, which is this really almost bafflingly stupid and weird selective enforcement of their rules. Like, I can't even wrap my goddamn head around what they think when they ban people or don't ban people, or really any of the actions they take. The big one being Alinity. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say her name. It's like Voldemort on Twitch. You can't even mention her. Very controversial, done a lot of controversial things, but Twitch stays silent on it the entire time. Meanwhile, people are getting banned for having a Minecraft skin they don't agree with. A guy got banned because he had a split second on a Minecraft stream where he had a Hitler skin equipped, which he didn't mean to. It was an accident. It was clearly there was a joke or something, and he got banned for it for a fucking month. Their enforcement of rules is unbelievable. It's super fucking weird, and it really makes people believe that Twitch is run by people that favorite certain streamers for certain reasons. The big theory, and one that I may be behind, allegedly, turbo virgins run Twitch. That's the big theory circulating the internet, and I'm not going to say I agree or disagree, just hitting you with the conspiracy theories, that's all. Twitch is making horrible decisions all around, and people are understandably very fed up. XQC got banned because he showed a single frame of the very unrecognizable portion of a penis. And it's because the super sleuths at Twitch went back and watched his stream to look for a single frame of penis in the stream, which they found. I mean, hats off to them. They got the evidence they were looking for, nailed him. It's just wild what they've been doing. So having competition with Twitch is absolutely great for everyone involved. And to be fair, I don't really like Mixer. I went on there today to see what it was all about. That shit's like if Fortnite had its own streaming service within the game. It's real wacky, and that shit is some Weenie Hut Jr. shit, let me tell you what. Their terms of service are unbelievably strict, at least the way it reads. That shit reads like I'm in 4th grade with like this list on the whiteboard of things I cannot do when I enter the classroom, like I have to pray before going in or something. It shit's fucking strict. There's even a line in there that says if you say cam girls, it's going to be taken in as hate speech. You can get banned for just saying cam girl. I understand you want to stop like harassment and you want it to be a more welcoming place, but god damn, that's pretty hardcore. So I don't know if a whole ton of streamers are going to go from Twitch to Mixer, if that's the kind of environment there, because Twitch, you know, I used to think Twitch was Weenie Hut Jr., but after seeing Mixer, Twitch right now is like the fucking biker bar where people are being beheaded. At least Twitch allows you to say things and criticize things that Mixer actively explicitly says you cannot do. So, I mean, I don't know if there's going to be a mass exodus to Mixer or anything, but the point being, Ninja leaving for another streaming platform shows other streamers that there are options out there. It gives alternatives to Twitch, which until Ninja left wasn't on the table at all. I mean, maybe DLive to a certain capacity because PewDiePie's on DLive, but DLive never actively took people from Twitch to DLive. Mixer did just that. It took Twitch's biggest player, its biggest cash cow, and its biggest name. It made a big fucking crushing blow in there, a big splash. And a lot of people seem to think that this is the beginning of the end for Twitch. And to be fair, it very well could be. A lot of people, in fact, the vast majority of the hardcore users on Twitch, the ones that use their Prime every month, the ones that do paid subs to different channels every month, your really hardcore dedicated users are really fed up with the way that streamers get treated by Twitch. This really odd favoritism, this weird enforcement of their rules, and just very vague shit going all around that for seemingly no reason. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the Twitch higher-ups on the moderator team who's in charge of the bans and shit have their own private Discord just with a whole list of people they want to fuck any chance they get. That's really what it seems like to the users and the streamers. It's not the healthiest of atmospheres that they've built on Twitch, so if there is an alternative, I don't know if Mixer's the saving grace or anything, but if there is an alternative, people are probably going to start to look for it a little harder now. Now that they see the biggest guy on that platform has gone off, I mean, that kind of sets a bit of a precedent, don't you think, Twitch? Maybe it's time that you guys start making some changes. What drew me in is you initially recognized a lot of your problems and actively worked towards making them right. And then all of a sudden you abandoned that quest and went right back to your old degenerate ways. People don't like that. Most people don't like to feel constantly like there's the boogeyman looming over them, waiting to just ban them at the drop of a hat for no reason, just because they might not like them. So I wouldn't be surprised if more people did leave Twitch. If they do, I don't know how Twitch would recover, because I don't think there's a lot of loyalty to Twitch itself. People don't go on Twitch because they love Twitch. They love the people behind Twitch. They love the transparency of the platform or anything. They're not there for the business. They're there for their streamer. If their streamer isn't on Twitch, why the fuck are they going to stay there? What are they going to do? Just sit there and jerk off to just chatting streams? They're not just going to stay on your platform if their person isn't there anymore. They're going to wherever their person just went. Streaming is a really rare thing where they're only there for that person. They're not, I mean, occasionally they'll be there to peruse like a new game category, but every streaming service has that. If they're not there for a person, they can find it on another platform that they might like better. Mixer has a lot of interactive shit that I could see a lot of the younger audience really getting into, so Mixer has the heads up there if it's kids just wanting to see more games. Twitch needs to make some big improvements to keep their people that draw the audience there. Otherwise, they're going somewhere else. And Ninja making this first move is massive. Don't know if it'll outright kill Twitch yet, but it's definitely not a good sign for the platform going forward. And again, makes me feel like, you know, maybe there is really no business, corporation, or person that is too big to fail. All it takes is another billion-dollar corporation to get playing ball. Fucking Microsoft going after Amazon and making it seem like they can bleed. It's pretty fucking wild. It's pretty exciting, and competition's always a great thing. Hopefully there'll be a competitor in every area of the internet for every big platform. That's about it. See ya.
Like a jar of peanut butter in the top shelf cabinet in my kitchen, I just can't get it. I truly don't understand what is going on with Twitch that just leads them to making the worst decisions so brazenly. Like, they have to have the orb of confusion somewhere in the office up there, and it is just wreaking havoc on their brains. It is incomprehensible. There is a streamer, her name is Nina. She has on stream, on Twitch, twice now, sexually assaulted people. I'll show you the clips because it is textbook sexual assault. And she was banned for 1 day, initially. She got a 24-hour slap on the wrist, and then she was unbanned. Which you can kind of write off maybe as a mistake on Twitch's end, like they didn't mean to unban her. Maybe someone was pulling some levers in the HQ, not knowing what they did. You had someone fucking blasting away at the buttons and accidentally unbanned her, because she was banned shortly thereafter again. And I think every sensible person with a functioning frontal lobe expected that to be a permanent ban, because she I'm Porky Pigging right now. She sexually assaulted 2 people on stream, on their platform. If you don't take that seriously, what the fuck are you going to take seriously? It's a crime. It's sexual assault. So everyone expected that one to be an indefinite ban. But it was only a week. She is now unbanned, and she's already done a return stream. So it seems like Twitch truly only gave her a week vacation here. That's crazy. A week-long timeout. Pretty close to that scene in SpongeBob where they steal a balloon on Free Balloon Day and the cops put them behind bars for 3 seconds saying, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime, and then, oh, you're free to go. That, for sexual assault, is unbelievable.
Oh my God. Saeed, hey, come here. I got you. Saeed, come here.
So you can't. So you can't.
23,
no,
he's consensual.
No, he's not consenting.
Yes, he is.
He's not even saying nothing.
No. He likes it. Yeah, give.
Oh, no. I don't think he wants to.
Yeah, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Hold on.
That was the clip that started it. Saeed is his name. He was not consenting to any of this, and Nina is the one that's like holding him while her friend twerks on him. And his friends are even saying he's not consenting to this, and they do not care. They are forcing it upon him. And this is just a piece of a longer clip, and in the longer clip, they throw him on the bed and start, like, trying to rip at his clothes. They also take his bag and start going through his bag. And this whole time, he is making it very clear he does not want this, and he is uncomfortable with it.
No! Nah, they got it.
Take all of this off. Take it off. Hey, yo, cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Yo, cut the cameras, bro. So do your shit. Look at my Louis Vuitton scarf. Hold on, bitch. No outside clothes on the bed. Hold on. What's going on?
You can't just forcibly take it out. It ain't like it's
Yeah, let me get that bag. Let me get that bag. This a nice bag. Hold on, this is a nice bag.
Yo!
How much this cost? Turn around. No. Start off with the sock.
Yo. What? Yo.
Oh, I need this. I needed this. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Zoe, he's not consenting. Huh?
Pretty clear-cut sexual assault here. You don't need to be Phoenix Wright here in order to argue why this is sexual assault. It's obvious. Yet, and this is something we've talked about in the past, a lot of people, when it comes to a man being sexually assaulted, take it very differently. So I saw when this clip was blowing up, and a lot of people I know, I've already talked about this because I'm tardy to the party, but I'm just so shocked that Twitch is not taking this seriously. A lot of people we're talking about how it's actually not sexual assault. It's clear he's laughing. He's going along with it. It's for content. No, it's not sexual assault. He's having a good time. In fact, he wanted it. And that's something that you see a lot when it comes to sexual assault against men, where people say, like, it's not serious, don't be a bitch. A woman can't sexually assault a man because a man always wants sex. So this is a nothing burger. You guys are making a mountain out of a molehill. This isn't sexual assault at all. It's just good old-fashioned Twitch content, baby. And Nina herself even says how embarrassing it would be for a man like Saeed to say that this was sexual assault.
So what if he says, I feel like you did some shit wrong?
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was going to talk to him, like, he definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me, I take accountability what I do. If you dead ass felt disrespected, I didn't know. So you better let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
You ain't see Saeed today?
No, I was looking for him. I was looking everywhere for him.
Wow, what an angel. Pretty watertight defense right there. Checkmate. The fucking last few neurons remaining in her brain really scrambling there to come up with the perfect cope, and damn did she hit a home run with that one. So she is saying, oh, he didn't get sexually assaulted. Oh, okay, well, if you say so, all right. You would know, of course, yeah, no. It doesn't matter what he thinks happened. You're saying he didn't get sexually assaulted, so then it must not have happened. You're right. And then she goes on to say, like, you have to think about it, like, it'd be very embarrassing for him as a man. Wow, is that so, Nina? Interesting. Do you keep that same energy when it comes to women that get sexually assaulted? Do you say the same thing? Like, oh, it'd be very embarrassing. She treats it like it's no big deal. She did nothing wrong. Rub some dirt in it, dweeb. Get over it. That's how she handles it. But I imagine if it was two guys who did this exact same thing to a girl on stream, if it played out exactly the same, there would be universal condemnation across the board, including from Nina herself, I imagine, and rightfully so, because... Stand back, brave take coming in. Plug your ears if you're not ready for the spicy take. Sexual assault is bad. I know. If you were standing up, you're gonna need to sit down. Holy. It doesn't matter if it's a female or male victim, sexual assault in all of its forms is horrible. And everyone should be outraged and against it. So why do we treat it differently because it was two girls that did it to a guy? It is still sexual assault, and I can't believe we are still having this conversation about, like, sexual assault against men not being taken seriously. It's not a unicorn. It's not make-believe. This isn't the fucking tooth fairy we're talking about. It is a real thing, and there are male victims of sexual assault. Like, I can't believe that even needs to be said. But I guess Twitch needs a reminder that it is a crime. Like, anyone who is a victim of sexual assault is the victim of a crime.
I did want it to, like, them being banned is not really anything to me, because at the end of the day, like, sexual assault is a crime. And people that say that it's not sexual assault, I don't know what you think sexual assault is, or anything like that, but I don't know what to tell you. Like, as a person that's literally dealt with sexual assault previously, it has taken a lot. Like a large total on my head. I've dealt with something like this before, and I didn't want to. When I dealt with it originally, I was working at a job, and it was a gym, and I told my boss about it, and all he did was make jokes about it. And I tried to talk about it a lot more, and I didn't want to tell my parents, and it did affect me a lot. And this situation did bring back those memories.
This is Saeed being very open here, talking about what's unfolded, even mentioning that he's gone through a previous sexual assault situation in his past where it wasn't taken seriously then. His boss was making jokes about it, and it took a toll on him. And now, in this case, it seems like Twitch itself is not taking it seriously and treating it like it's a joke, considering Nina was only banned for a week. They slapped her in detention for a week, and now it's all sunshine and rainbows for her. She's back streaming again. And let me tell you, in her return stream, it's very clear she's learned her lesson. I think the week-long, benching here from Twitch has really helped put it all into perspective for her. You can see how apologetic she is and how remorseful she is for her actions.
That means hi, right? Oh, what the fuck? Yo, why you always hitting me? Stop with those punches. Oh, shit, I can't touch you no more because I have to make a sign of NDA. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, that's going to be tough, bro. It's going to come up 3 months later. I won't come up. Oh, me punch you? You want me to punch you? Are you okay?
Did you send that NDA or no?
You sure? So I am not sexually assaulting you.
No.
I am not. You consent to this.
Yes.
You fully am okay with this.
Yes.
You will not use this clip against me later in 3 months later.
Never.
Or 9 months later.
No.
Or 6 months later.
No.
No? Hey, chat sees this, bro. Ready? Alright.
Okay.
Ready? 1. You asked for this. Nod your head. 2 times. Did you get it? Okay.
Wait, can I say something? Damn. Wait, can I say something? Damn. Listen, can I say something?
This seems like a real hoot and a holler. Man, she seems like a lot of fun to be around. So, I don't even know why she even threw out the word NDA. She has no idea what that is. I bet if you asked Nina what a non-disclosure agreement is or what it's for, she would just fucking blue screen. But she's just... The reason she's saying that is because she's just trying to insult everyone that made a big deal out of her sexually assaulting Saeed. And I haven't even shown you the other victim yet. I'm saving that till the end. But she's just treating it like it's no big deal. Like, oh, I guess I just can't touch people anymore. Not without like an NDA, I guess. And then this dude over here, this goober... I don't know if he's hiding his face out of embarrassment or shame, but if that is the case, I'd see why. Because that's pretty pathetic to be begging to be punched by this lady just for a crumb of attention. But yeah, that was her return stream, a real highlight moment from it. Some other really great tiddlywinks are when she's being mad at her friends for switching up on her after the sexual assault clip surfacing, where she was mad that they didn't fight tooth and nail for her honor, even though her actions are indefensible to a normal, sane person. So obviously her friends aren't going to go to bat for her, I imagine, or at least they shouldn't. Like, I don't care if you're her best friend, you should be able to come out and say, like, yep, that's fucked up, that is sexual assault. I don't support what's happened there. And she's getting mad that people did exactly that. Like, her friends were like, nope, that's unacceptable. She expected them to just be like, no, you guys are misunderstanding. And then she goes in to be, like, upset that they weren't texting her to get her side of the story, even though there's no sides. It is sexual assault, no matter how you spin it. You can try and feign ignorance until the cows come home. It doesn't change the fact that what you did is still textbook sexual assault. Just because you are a woman who did it to a man doesn't mean that it doesn't count.
You ready?
Yeah, go ahead, Nina.
Alright.
Okay, Brad.
Actually not that bad.
I know. Concentrating on the button.
Okay, girl.
No, Nina. Oh my. Wow, you have the best masseuse, Toast.
That was good.
Wow, she is so bold.
My spine.
You love to see it.
Alright.
So bold, so bold. Yep, keep it up.
Push.
Yep. Good job, Nina.
So Toast shared his experience with Nina, where he went there expecting a professional masseuse, only to be met by a stranger named Nina, the fucking boogeyman here, coming up and giving him this massage where she was very clearly making a joke of it by just, like, groping him, like just grabbing on his ass cheeks there. Like she was grabbing those things like fucking motorcycle handles. It's not an accident, it's not unintentional. She didn't just like wander down there while trying to give a legitimate massage. She is literally honking on his butt cheeks. And people are laughing about it, making light of the whole thing, like, Nina, oh my goodness, ha 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 ha. It's sexual assault. If that was a man that did that to a woman that was lying on that table, how many people would be laughing? Probably not very many. I imagine it'd be crickets for the most part. It'd be more silent than a James Corden stand-up routine. There wouldn't be a lot of laughter. It wouldn't really be viewed as a holly jolly good time. I imagine most people would immediately try and say, like, stop or step in, put the kibosh on it, but not here. Here, it's just treated as a joke. But why? Just because it is Nina doing this to a man, Toast, it doesn't make it not sexual assault. And in Toast's statement, he even says he has no idea who she was at the time. She just stepped in, did this. He was extremely uncomfortable, but didn't say anything in the moment because there's a bunch of cameras in his face, and it's hard to try and, like, speak up in front of that because then it creates a tense situation. So it's an extra level of fear where it's hard to speak out and express, negative feelings in a case like this because, well, maybe now the streamers there view you as the bad guy or the chat starts attacking you or something, so it makes it very difficult. And it's something Toast briefly mentioned, and it's something that I've seen expressed numerous times in the past about, like, it was hard to say anything in the moment because of all these cameras and all these people watching. And it's very true. Again, if this was a man that was doing this to a woman lying on that table, a complete stranger, just starts, honking on her butt cheeks there, how many people would be laughing? Probably none. It shouldn't be treated differently in this case. This was still a non-consensual sexual act that was performed on Toast and Saeed that is not being taken seriously. She received a week-long ban, and that's it. And it's not like she herself has digivolved into a better person or anything, learned her lesson, expressed any real level of remorse or anything like that. She is still treating it as content. Like, just the idea of her sexual assault is now a joke on her stream. Like, oh, I just can't touch people anymore. I'll have to NDA you, tee-hee-hee. That's crazy to me. That is just crazy. I know she issued an apology statement not long ago, which I think is pretty blatantly obvious, not her words. I think that was farted out through an actual PR firm, because I don't think she is capable of something like that. I'll stop blabbering here in just a moment, but it is so wild to me how little Twitch did here, and how little they seem to care about what's happened on their platform here. In the past, they've made plenty of questionable bans and unbans. Like having full-blown sex, penetrative sex on stream was a 3-day ban. And many other such cases of similar things, like that lady who full-blown spread her butthole goatsy style on stream only being 24 hours, stuff like that. But this is something so different from that, where that sexual content is something that shouldn't be allowed on Twitch and isn't by their own rules, and they don't seem to really enforce them all that well. This is literally not even just against their rules, it is against the law. Sexual assault, again, is illegal, and it has been broadcast on Twitch twice with this woman, Nina Lynn, being the sexual assaulter. And they only give her a week ban for it. This is unlike anything I've seen from Twitch in the past. It is truly shocking. And I'll leave you with one more clip from Saint Nina here. You remember how I called this week ban basically a vacation? Well, it's not just my words. She also views it that way as well.
W chat. I want to say W chat. So all the haters out there, y'all can suck my dick. Word 2, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you bitches, bro. You bitches not me. Y'all been through nothing that I've been through. Fuck you. This ain't the worst it's ever been. I'm not gonna lie. It's bad to say, but this is not the worst it's ever been. I've been through worse. I've actually been through worse. So this jail was kind of like vacay jail a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Nice work, Twitch. Vacay jail for sexual assault. Unbelievable. Anyway, that's really about it. So, yeah. I'm assuming most of you have already heard the news by now. Perhaps some of you even held your own funerals, but a mere few hours ago, we lost something very dear to internet culture. We lost the PogChamp emote. Even if you don't exactly know what it is, where it came from, the genesis of Pog, and the cultural impact, you've definitely heard Pog tossed around before because it's become such a staple on the internet. It's like the peanut butter and jelly of responses online. Whenever someone posts anything, you're going to see someone say Pog or post this emote. And in a nutshell, this is just an emote that originated on Twitch, and it just became a huge mainstay on the platform. But it was really kind of the progenitor of Twitch chat's own little language, their emote culture, kind of like the Tower of Babylon back in the Bible. And of course, other popular emotes came out, but nothing ever quite reached the level PogChamp did. Hey, this is an emote that helped people get laid. You would go up to women at your college campus and say that they look very pog today, and it was almost impossible for their panties not to get sodden. You were definitely going to be slamming some fucking ham and mashing pissers if you were just freely tossing around PogChamp, even in the real world. Now, of course, with great power came great responsibility, and there was definitely some misuse of that power, with people pogging at the wrong times, premature pogging, and we saw the death of some people's ability to communicate socially, because they got completely brainwashed and indoctrinated by the PogChamp, and it's all they knew how to say anymore. So yes, there were definitely some social lives claimed in the wake of its destruction, but PogChamp as a whole was just a very positive thing where people could spam it in the chat or even just say it online just to have like a little goofy inside thing and just a little bit of fun, and everyone always really knew that it was harmless until yesterday when people realized the man behind the PogChamp is a giant prolapsed rectum. As you probably noticed, if you have a keen eye and a talent for astute observations, you would have noticed that the PogChamp emote is a face. A man's face, and that man with that face happens to be an insufferable asshole, and I don't want to say who he is because I don't want to accidentally signal boost a lot of the dangerous filth that he's puking out online, but in a nutshell, he was going on about anti-vax shit, coronavirus being fake, calling for violence, and some shit like that. and yesterday Twitch made the decision to just remove the PogChamp emote from the platform to disassociate with that kind of garbage. So it's the end of an era, and I wanted to send off PogChamp the only way I knew how. With the wonderful stench of Gwyneth Paltrow's vaginas. Or, she has one vagina, but this is in different conditions. This is the orgasming vagina, and this is base set first edition vagina, PSA 10 default setting vagina. And I just thought I'd have this little funeral service just to remember the joy that PogChamp brought us all during its long run on Twitch, and just the impact it had on all of us as human beings. Our species really helped to evolve thanks to PogChamp, and, well, I just thought it was appropriate we at least give it a proper send-off. Now, I do understand what Twitch is trying to do by getting rid of it. I get why they're doing it, but I have to say, I think it's still kind of a silly decision. I think 98% of people don't know who the fuck the face of PogChamp was, so I don't think anyone... Wow, these are really strong today. Holy fuck. But yeah, like I was saying, I feel like the vast majority of people online had no idea who the man was behind that face, so I don't think anyone would see PogChamp and then all of a sudden think of, like, anti-vax. Jesus fucking Christ! Why are these so strong? Did Gwyneth Paltrow come in here and take a shit in this wax? I've had these candles for over a year now, and they have never smelt this rancid and rank. It's like a burglar broke in when I was asleep and just rubbed tuna over my candles. Probably stole the batteries out of my fucking TV remote too or something. Absolutely evil, this smell right now. They used to just smell like really lazy candles, like not good or anything, but not like this. I guess I'm finally like burning into the nucleus where like the actual flavor center is, like the actual command center of Gwyneth Paltrow's vaginal stench. And man, that is some yucky smelling shit actually. Good lord. It smells like if 3 wet socks were dipped in like a used toilet at a gas station and then left out to dry. And then people went by and started spitting on it all day. It's pretty fucking bad today. I didn't expect that. Like I was saying, no, I don't think anyone would associate PogChamp with the actual man behind PogChamp. I think it was kind of unnecessary. Again, I understand why they wanted to... Jesus. But yeah, I don't think the PogChamp emote was ever really at risk of becoming like this symbol of, you know, these garbage fucking beliefs that the guy behind it has. I don't think that was ever the case. I feel like only a small portion of the community even knew who the guy was behind the emote. So I don't really think it was necessary to remove the emote, but I do understand why they chose to. Since it is like an official Twitch emote, they just didn't want anyone to think that they were supporting that guy in particular as opposed to what Pog means. And I totally do get that. And I saw some people whining about censorship, and all of you know I fucking hate censorship and I'm never on the side of censorship. But this really isn't censorship, and I think you're reaching if you think it is. It'd be like if I made a Jared Fogle hype emote before it became known that he's a super pedophile with like 15 billion gigabytes of child porn. I made a Jared Fogle emote, and then all of that comes out, a huge pedophile. This is the biggest pedophile of all time. It's like, oh fuck. Well, I don't really want people to be using Jared Fogle's face in my chat anymore to get excited. I'm just gonna take it out. You know, it's not much deeper than that. It's not like Twitch is going around hitting all the other Pog variations, like the Pog U's and shit like that, and whatever comes next will probably still be called Pog, but it's an official emote from a giant fucking douchebag that they just don't really want there anymore. So I do understand that. I don't really think it's censorship. I do think it's unnecessary because, like I said, I don't think anyone associated that emote with that person. Now, in my Jared Fogle example, if I had a Jared Fogle hype emote, people would probably raise an eyebrow and probably be like, hey, what the fuck is this? But for PogChamp, I don't think anyone had that. I don't think anyone was, like, concerned about what it meant because it becomes such, like a fucking, you know, public domain thing with this PogChamp. No one really knew its origins or anything. Only some people did, so I don't think anyone was like, hey, why are they using PogChamp? Don't they know that guy's an anti-vax fucking loser? So yeah, I think it may have been a bit heavy-handed, but I understand where their head was here, and the community doesn't seem, like, super surprised or upset about it because there's gonna be other Pogs. You know, it doesn't have to be that guy's face. It doesn't need to be him. So it's an easily replaceable one. It's just one that's been such a staple for a long time that it is sad to see it go. I'm not a huge, like, Twitch memer or emote, you know, enthusiast kind of thing, but even I was sad to hear they removed PogChamp. So it is a bit of a shame. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit and give a proper send-off to PogChamp. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah. Wow. Zoinks. Goodness gracious. Jinkies.
We may be in the midst of one of the wackiest moments in internet content creation history. If these reports are accurate, and I can't speak to the authenticity myself, I haven't had my team of analysts really dive into the weeds of it and get down into the meat here, but there are reports that XQC just signed a 2-year, $100 million streaming deal with Kick, and it's not even exclusive to Kick. If that number is accurate, that would make it the 12th largest sports contract ever signed. Now, of course, you'd have to be huffing some very serious glue to try and conflate streaming with professional athletes, but it just goes to show you the value of the contract here and just how many doubloons we're talking. I came into this world as a little baby kicking, screaming, shitting my diapers, and now I'm kicking, screaming, shitting my diapers all over again because I can't believe what we're seeing here. I have been tapped into the mainframe of internet wackiness for over a decade now. I'm like Charles Xavier in this throne here, in Cerebro, just looking at all of the goofiness happening across the web. And I've been doing that for so long, and I could have never foreseen something like this happening. A 9-figure deal for a streamer to stream on a different platform. And not even exclusively, mind you. This is a non-exclusive contract for 2 years, meaning XQC gets to have his cake, eat it too, and fuck the baker. So he can stream on Kick and then still stream on Twitch all the same. He did make a Twitch stream earlier today, kind of to go over the announcement as well as the plan going forward. He's saying he's going to be streaming on Kick quite a bit, obviously, but he can still have the freedom to stream on Twitch when he wants to. I'm going to go ahead and rip the band-aid off and throw a little cold water in the face of all the juicers here that are under the impression he'll probably still be active on Twitch. I don't think he will. He legitimately has no incentive to stream on Twitch. Twitch is a platform that has banned XQC like 5 times. It is also a platform that has no real contracts for top streamers anymore, as well as the lowest sub-revenue split among any streaming platform available. Whereas Kick has the highest sub-revenue split, a 95.5. And I would swear on a stack of Bibles with a high level of confidence that XQC not only has that $100 million for 2 years, but also gets to keep 100% of the sub-revenue he earns, which is 95.5 split. So why the fuck would he stream on Twitch often at all? He'll probably use it as just a booster, a signal booster to get the juicers on Twitch over to Kick, letting them know like, hey, this was a fun stream on Twitch for the last 20 minutes. I'm going to finish the rest on Kick. I'll see you there. Just to, filter viewers over to Kick. That's my guess. But again, I'm just a dumb little fucking caveman here speculating from the armchair. Now, if you ask me, this is bad news for Twitch. This just drove a wooden stake right through the vampire's heart and then shoved garlic in its face. This is a big poach here. Now, I mentioned this a few times in the past, but Twitch is a very top-heavy site where the top 1% of streamers on the platform account for a very large chunk of the overall watch time on the platform. So when you take the biggest streamer off of the site, you do make an impact on Twitch as a whole, really. And over the last year or so, Twitch has been continuously hurting itself in confusion. It has been making horrible decision after horrible decision over and over and over again, and it's been hemorrhaging users. A lot of streamers have been going elsewhere, whether it's YouTube or Kick or even Rumble some streamers have been going to. It is taking streamers from Twitch and going elsewhere. The 50-50 sub split on Twitch isn't enough to be competitive anymore. The over-reliance on intrusive ads isn't enough to keep small streamers on there because it's ruining the experience for their communities, which makes it hard for them to continue to thrive on the platform, so they go elsewhere like YouTube. Plus, the exclusivity on Twitch makes it hard for streamers to want to stay when they could stream on other platforms not exclusive. So they could do a stream on YouTube and then a stream on Kick or, this and that. Twitch has just been a platform that has been struggling to maintain its, dominance on the streaming space because it's been constantly losing its footing through bad decisions. Now, yesterday, Twitch did announce that it's taking the tiniest little baby step in the right direction. They announced that they're offering the Partner Plus program where if you reach a certain threshold, which is like 350 reoccurring subs, so not gift subs or anything, that's tier 1s, 2s, and 3s. If you reach that threshold, you unlock 70-30 sub split for a year. And that's like the tiniest little step in the right direction, them walking back their hardline stance on only 50-50 forever, no more 70-30. They must be starting to panic and realizing that streamers have other options. But this covers up to 100k, then goes back to 50-50, and it only lasts for a year if you don't maintain, I believe. So it's also very strict. 350 reoccurring paid subs, no gift subs or anything like that, is not an easy number to hit. That is a lot. That is a ton. So this isn't exactly super helpful for smaller streamers, and even a lot of medium streamers don't have that level of sub engagement. That's still a ton. So it really is, once again, just like the smallest boost for the bigger streamers on the platform, only up to a certain level. It's not amazing. Like, this is like the weakest possible implementation of a decent idea you could do. Like, it is, like I said, a very, very small baby step in the right direction of a good change. Twitch is a victim of its own hubris here. It got complacent at the top and it got greedy. So it is crumbling its own empire from its greed. That's why all of these other streaming platforms are growing so quickly, and why so many people are abandoning the sinking ship of Twitch. That's just the reality of it. They are out of touch. They lost direction on what to do with the platform, so they just keep rolling out bad choices. And even when they do have a good idea, they're too afraid to actually just commit to a good idea. So yeah, it's very frustrating. Now, I've seen the obvious comparison being drawn with Mixer, because you might remember Mixer actually was able to steal away Ninja from Twitch back when Mixer still existed. And I'm sure all of you have forgotten that name. That's like an ancient relic on the internet, even though it hasn't been that long in the grand scheme of things. But it died so quickly and with such like a sad wet fart of a swan song that most people have forgotten it ever even existed. Mixer stole Ninja. They paid a ton of money. They shelled out many clams to get Ninja, as well as Shroud and King Athalion, but Ninja was the #1 streamer on Twitch, and Mixer got him. And it didn't work for them. The site still inevitably crumbled, and it never got popular. It always remained kind of this pitiful little joke of a service. However, I don't really think Kick is following that same blueprint. I don't think its fate is set in stone the same way Mixer's was. I made a video about this on my second channel talking about the streaming wars. Kick is accomplishing something that Mixer never did. It's having people organically sign up and choose to stream there as a first option. I read a report the other day, take it with a grain of salt, I don't know how accurate these numbers are, but only a week ago, Kick had an influx of 1.2 million users sign up to the platform. Mixer probably never even saw 1.2 million people go to their site across the entire time it was alive. That was 1.2 million users signing up to the platform, according to the reports. So Kick is actually just getting users to go there, which is something Mixer never had happen. That was a pipe dream for that platform. Now, Kick blew up because it kind of got the reputation of like the detention class, right? Like all of the banned streamers went to Kick. Like Aiden Ross, which immediately blasted the platform off, and a lot of other like controversial streamers went to Kick after they were banned on Twitch and shit like that. And then a lot of controversial things happened, like the whole streaming of the Super Bowl and all that shit. So it really had a very bad reputation, and still does for many reasons. But it's started to shake that a little bit because a lot of streamers that aren't banned on Twitch have decided to move over to Kick even without a contract, just because the sub split is so much better than the 50-50 you get on Twitch. You don't need as many viewers on Kick to make a living because you don't need as many subs to make a living. So a 95-5 split is very appealing to a lot of streamers. So there's recently been a lot of new creators there trying out the Kick space, which has led to a lot of new users on the site. So even when the big players on Kick aren't online, it's not a barren, empty wasteland. There's still quite a few users through quite a few different categories. So that, I do think, sets it apart from Mixer. I don't know if that necessarily means it's going to succeed or anything. I don't have a fucking crystal ball. I can't predict the future. But I will say that it does seem to be doing a lot better than Mixer did, even before the XQC signing. Now, I do want to... yucky. I do want to talk about something that a lot of people talk about, and I do think is a very important talking point. Kick is backed by Stake, which is a crypto gambling casino. It's why their pocketbook is so big. And obviously, a lot of people aren't too thrilled about gambling being so prominent on Kick. As of right now, so the slots and casinos category on Kick is their biggest, and it's really not even close. So that leaves a pretty bad taste in most people's mouths, mine included. I've been very outspoken about sponsored gambling not being great. You're just selling your audience on an addiction. You're trying to get them to sign up for crypto casinos and shit like that. And a lot of times they're not even using their own money, they're using house money. That is something I very much think is a load of dog shit. I think that is awful. Now, when it comes to Kick, I did extensive research on this out of curiosity because I kept hearing that Kick was mainly a front to get people addicted to stake gambling because Stake owns it. Through everything I've read, and from every stream that I've watched on Kick, there hasn't been a single stake advertisement or any gambling advertisement that I've seen, unless I've somehow missed them. And I haven't read reports from other users or any other publications that are reporting on gambling ads being run across any of the Kick categories outside of slots and casinos. The only place where gambling sponsors or Stake itself appear is in the slots category for Stake sponsors and shit like that. So I guess kind of like what Twitch used to be before the gambling ban last year, where all of the gambling ads and sponsors existed in that one category. That appears to be how it operates on Kick as of this moment. I haven't seen anything that pushes to Stake or any gambling site outside of Stake-sponsored streamers in the slots and casinos category. Now, again, maybe I've missed it, maybe there just hasn't been enough information about it in articles, but as of right now, that's the impression that I've been getting. And also from what I've been reading, it seems that Stake wants to separate itself from Kick. It wants to be two very separate entities that don't really feed off of each other. They want it to be completely separate. And I guess that's what they're going for here. I don't know how successful it is as of right now. Again, no matter how you spin it, pumping gambling is just bad. Now, I do think it's always worth mentioning that Twitch isn't squeaky clean either. It's backed by Amazon. Amazon is no saint of a corporation either. Amazon isn't a company of angels and high morals. That is also a pretty evil corporation that backs Twitch. So, both of the big players in streaming, and YouTube as well, being backed by Google, Google's done so much shady shit as well. None of these corporations are exactly benevolent overlords worthy of celebration. They're all bad and evil in their own right. It's just a matter of which platform you as a user or you as a streamer feel most comfortable on, I think, at the end of the day. So I just wanted to talk about that briefly because that is something that is inevitably always going to be discussed when Kick is in the conversation. And of course, it's completely understandable why. So this whole thing has been really wild to watch unfold. I actually would have never envisioned a world where Twitch would be in the position it's in today. For the last year, the writing's been on the wall. If you go back 8 months, I made a video called Twitch is Dying, and that was kind of right on the money. Twitch has been continuously going downhill, and now all of the competitors are being elevated substantially because of it. And it's all Twitch's fault. It is entirely Twitch's fault. So it's wild to watch a business sink itself when it had a complete stranglehold on the market. Twitch was the streaming platform. Now it's becoming the joke. So, just wanted to talk about this because obviously this is the biggest content creator deal I've ever seen. I think it's probably the biggest content creator deal ever, hands down, like in general. So yeah, I definitely wanted to talk about that a little bit. That's it. See ya.
Twitch is really going through it right now. They are struggling through a hard time internally. I'm not talking about falling off or anything. They haven't lost their spot at the top of the food chain when it comes to streaming. But internally, it's pure chaos and pandemonium. They've been treading water when it comes to their financials, and it's been getting really bad. They just had to announce that they're stopping the Twitch service in South Korea because it's just prohibitively expensive. They also had the huge round of layoffs last year that you might remember. Twitch is just generating about as much money as CryptoZoo. $0. In fact, less than $0. It's negative monies. Negative clams are being generated by Twitch, and it seems to just keep getting worse. They just had to announce another wave of layoffs at Twitch with 500 employees losing their jobs. 35% of the Twitch workforce was being laid off, as confirmed by Dan Clancy. And today, Dan Clancy actually did a stream just being fully transparent, going over a lot of things, such as the layoffs, as well as just Twitch not really making money. Again, that's not a secret. We all knew that. That's about as much of a secret as me being short. Like, everyone knows by just taking a look at Twitch and what's been going on. It definitely fucking sucks how many people just lost their jobs in this most recent wave here, and it's even more unfortunate that it's not exclusive to just Twitch here. This has become extremely common in the tech industry, because so many companies like Twitch
started overhiring and went through this period of overgrowth, especially during COVID. And now all at once they're starting to downsize and lay off a ton of people like what they just did. And that's something Dan also talks about.
That we've implied this before, where we say we need to run it sustainably, but I'll be blunt. We aren't profitable at this point. Amazon has been extremely supportive of Twitch. And a big thing for being sustainable over time is ensuring that we don't lose money. And that's a big part of my job because that's going to be what makes sure we can be here for long term.
This is the CEO of Twitch who is just speaking openly and honestly about what's going on, which is really refreshing, especially given the last CEO who didn't even know that he ran Twitch. Again, this isn't a shocking revelation. I don't think anyone heard this and flew back in their chair and slapped their knee like, well, golly, Twitch not being profitable, never saw that coming. This is the worst kept secret since Darth Vader being Luke Skywalker's father, right? Everyone knew it wasn't making money, and Dan is now just finally saying that out loud and then going over how he plans to fix that. Before going too deep into this subject I want to talk about, I just want to give a round of applause to Dan here. He really does seem like he cares. He's constantly streaming on Twitch and interacting with the community, like he plays games with other streamers all the time. When the announcement came with the layoffs, he wanted to go live and just directly answer questions about it and talk transparently about it. So honestly, it's appreciated that he'll do something like this. Now, he does say something that I had to raise my eyebrow at, and if this was an NFL game and I was a coach, I'd probably be throwing a challenge flag on the play. He says that Amazon has been super supportive of Twitch, and to that I have to say, are you sure? This is maybe some kind of hostage situation? Is Jeff Bezos just off camera with a baseball bat with nails through it, threatening you to say things like that? One of the major criticisms a lot of people, myself included, have stated is that Amazon seems really hands-off with Twitch as a product. For the entire time it's owned it, it hasn't really done too much to try and elevate it, improve it, fix things when things are broken, or really much of anything at all. I think the major contribution that the public can point to when it comes to Twitch and Amazon working together is Amazon offering the Twitch Prime subs, which is a huge component to Twitch, of course. It is a very big deal. But aside from that, there haven't been too many things that Amazon has done for Twitch, at least in what I've seen and what most people have seen. But with the way Dan talks about it throughout this stream, it does seem like Amazon might be significantly more supportive behind closed doors than any of us could possibly ever know. But I did just want to say, like, hearing him really sing the praises of Amazon as a partner was a little surprising for sure, given how little we see with Amazon interacting with Twitch. And speaking of Twitch Primes, I'm going to have to take a little victory lap here and say I told you so. For about 2 years now, I've speculated that Twitch Primes might vanish, at least in their current format. For those that don't know, Twitch Prime is a service offered on the platform where you can sub to a streamer completely for free as long as you have your Prime sub available, and that streamer gets $5 from Twitch. Well, $2.50 from Twitch. For free. All you do is take your Twitch Prime and use it on a streamer. $0 to you, and that streamer gets money from Twitch. I believe that they're just praying, fingers crossed every day, that you forget to use your Prime sub, because when you remember to, you're just costing the company money. And I've said for 2 years, since the holes in the ship started to show, that that's probably going to be one of the major things that they change. If they don't outright get rid of it, they're going to do some kind of drastic overhaul and change the way it currently is, because that is something that is not sustainable to a business that already isn't profitable. And Dan Clancy talks about that.
Prime is a critical program for many streamers. We've already been looking across the company in terms of how to set us up for the long term. I think we will continue to evolve different aspects of our program, because part of what I'm trying to do is get us into a framework that can live over a long time. The size of the company is one of those things that gets us to the right size for the longer period of time. When we did Partner Plus, we structured that so that we could continue to move that threshold. We're going to keep looking across our strategy with streamers. We did this with the Ads Incentive Program. We want to get to where we can continue to grow and adapt and change as the market changes. And so there may be other changes, but I will tell you, Prime is an important part for our viewers and our creators. So it's important for us to make sure Prime still exists in some way.
It's not a direct answer to the question of if the free benefit to Twitch Primes is disappearing, but I think it's pretty clear with the way he answers it and tiptoes around it, beats around the bush a little bit, that he recognizes the severity of having to change that, but knows that he needs to change it. So the way that he kind of talks around the subject makes it clear that there is change coming. As he's talking about needing to come up with new strategies and everything, I think we can all say with a high level of confidence that the free benefit to the Twitch Primes is going to be an ancient relic of the forgotten past. In 50 years, you'll tell your grandkids, there used to be a way to sub to your favorite streamer for free. And they'll call you crazy and tell you to take your medicine and go back to Arkham Asylum, you old geezer. But that's the way the cookie crumbles, it seems. Now, this is a big I told you so moment for me because like I said, I was beating the drum saying, hey, Twitch Primes probably aren't going to last forever. Hey, like a doomsday prepper kind of thing. And it looks like that day is coming up sooner than I thought it would, to be honest. But we still don't know exactly what's going to change about it. If I had to look into my crystal ball and take another guess, I would say they're going to keep the Prime program around, but a diet version of it, a bootleg, watered-down version of the Twitch Prime service that we know and love currently. I think that it'll probably end up being more of like a discount code situation, where if you have a Prime available, once a month you can sub to your favorite streamer for half off. So instead of costing you $5 to sub to your favorite streamer, it'll cost you $2.50. And then they get the $2.50, the streamer you sub to. I think that's probably how it'll work. So it'll no longer be free, but it'll be a discount on a sub. So like 50% or maybe even less. I really have no idea. But that's kind of how I envision this going in the future. They're not going to outright get rid of it, I don't think. It'll likely be in that manner. So we'll see. We'll see if I go 2 for 2 on the Twitch Prime, boogeyman predictions here. But anyway, Dan Clancy also just directly answered a question a viewer asked about, is Twitch at risk of just getting the axe from Amazon? And he said emphatically no, and that Amazon is very much in this race. They are heavily invested in this, and there's no chance, really, that Twitch just crumbles and goes under or anything at the moment. They're going through this turbulent period internally, but he is optimistic that things will look up in the future for it, and he has some ideas on where to take things, and, well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out. But it really was an insightful live stream. Again, I haven't really seen a CEO be this transparent. I expected he'd only be answering heavily curated comments, but he doesn't just answer only softballs. There were a couple he answered that I thought for sure he would avoid and shy away from, such as, is it true some of the employees that were laid off found out they no longer had a job through social media as opposed to through you guys? But he actually did answer it. That and a couple other questions that I thought for sure would not be addressed at all. So overall, I do think that was a pretty cool gesture from him, and I guess we'll just have to wait and see how things start to pan out for Twitch going forward. While I don't think Twitch is in any danger of being buried 6 feet under immediately, as I've said, I am skeptical that Twitch will be around in a decade. With the direction things have been going, it makes me concerned about the future of Twitch, at least in the capacity that it's currently at. Where other streaming services are growing, Twitch seems to be kind of staying in the same place and then going through more internal struggle. So it makes it seem far more dire as an outsider looking in. But Dan seems to believe that Twitch's best years are ahead of them as opposed to behind them. So perhaps they have like a really good strategy going forward. But yeah, just wanted to talk about it a little bit. That's it. So yeah. I know I'm looking more disheveled than usual today, very raggedy. I look like I just crawled out of Jumanji and I'm wondering what year it is. But before I take a shower, I think it's important that I address something because yesterday, my Twitter mentions were set ablaze. I was nonstop flooded with demands to speak on a new potential Twitch meta that was beginning to blossom. Feast your eyes on the glory of gaming. And when this was floating around Twitter, I was like the Powerpuff Girls and Twitter was the mayor. They wouldn't stop ringing my hotline trying to alert me to this like it was some kind of emergency that I needed to speak on. So 5 days ago I made a video called Twitch is Evolving. Fun fact, you actually can't find that video just by searching for it because it was too risque for YouTube, I suppose, so it no longer shows up in any search algorithms. You can only find it by going directly to my channel. And the video was just me talking and goofing about a stream that I was made aware of while I was live, that a streamer was basically just showing their whole brown balloon knot with a little bit of Valorant gameplay, and I was in disbelief, so I went to check it out to confirm this, and turns out that myth was not busted. It was just a bunch of fucking nuts in there that were. It was a very sexual stream by design, and I made a video just kind of talking about it because it was super silly. And also, it turns out that the streamer I was focusing on in that video, her name is Strawberry Tabby, may not have actually been the creator of this. I got this tweet the following day from a streamer named Asian Bunny, who said that she was actually the one that created not only this meta that I was talking about with like the butthole camera and all of that, but also the previous topless meta. So it seems Asian Bunny may actually be the innovator, nay, the Imagineer behind some of these like very sexual Twitch metas. But anyway, I think it's important context before getting into like the recent thing we're going to talk about to explain why I'm being alerted to all of this now. So that video, Twitch is Evolving, to summarize what it was without showing you, because apparently that's frowned upon on YouTube to showcase that, even though it was fine for Twitch. She had a dual cam setup, one where it was her in like the smallest bikini mankind has ever dreamed up. It makes hentai and anime games look weak in comparison to the reality here. She had like the smallest bikini ever for her top, and she had that cam on the left, basically like Honker's Jumbotron on the left, and on the right, she came up with something the world has never seen before. It was basically a colonoscopy cam. So she had her ass pushed in front of an iPhone, which I didn't even know was an iPhone at the time. I legitimately thought it was like a Blackmagic 8K camera. Like that shit was ready for IMAX. And again, with like the tightest string bikini ever that was wedging her ass crack. That fabric was fighting for its life down there, straddling the hole. And it wasn't really covering it, so you could still see like her entire anus in the stream. And I was just joking about that because this has been a huge thing on Twitch for a long time, to constantly be pushing the envelope of what kind of sexual content they'll allow. And it seemed like that had the green light because she'd been streaming for like 5-something hours, one of the biggest streamers at the time. She had like Valorant gameplay in the tiniest box ever. Like if you were trying to watch the Valorant gameplay, you would have needed binoculars in order to see it from her stream. And I was just laughing and goofing about that whole situation because again, it doesn't seem like Twitch really gives a fuck all that much when it comes to these policies. Though she did eventually catch a ban for it. I take no responsibility. That is not my fault. That must have been some shadow government at play working behind the scenes. I was just there, it's just having a giggle at what I was seeing. But anyway, since I posted that video, I've kind of become like the butt patrol of Twitch now. So anytime there's a streamer doing something sexual, people like to tell me about it. I don't know why. I'm not the ass police. I was just laughing at that one stream in particular. That's really about it. Though it seems that I have been pigeonholed into this role now, so I'll go ahead and talk about this because I'm still inundated with requests to do so. So let's go over the new Twitch meta here that's risen from the ashes of Butthole Cam. This time, it's a streamer whom we've talked about before, Morgp, who is putting gameplay on her cheeks.
I'm rusty. And with the little rusties, yo, playing Fortnite, yes indeed. And in the same amount of luck, you two can look like me. Ka-chow. What? There was an invisible force field. What is this? I already have that. I'm just up in this biz. There are people fighting outside. I don't give a fuck. Bro, I need to potion up. Sheesh. Ka-chow. I am in no position to be famous.
In a fascinating twist of fate, this happens to be like the least nude sexual meta I've seen develop on Twitch. Like, she's fully covered. Her tuchus is just a green screen for gameplay, so you can't even really see her rump or anything. And she's also wearing like an actual top, too. So this is like the least sexual I've seen one of these metas get. Of course, watching Fortnite gameplay in keister shape isn't conducive to the best viewing experience. Like, it's definitely not optimal for high quality gameplay presentation, but there is gameplay there and significantly less nudity, it seems. Though I will say, like, one of those donation goals at the top there was creamy treat. I don't exactly know what that would look like here. I haven't seen a clip of it, so I don't really know what it's referring to. Since the focal point of this stream is on her ass gameplay, is she gonna, like, shit herself or something? Like, you donate for the creamy treat and she poops, and then, like, the green screen pants, like, inflate a little bit? I don't know. I can't really figure out what that means. It's probably some kind of, like, bait and switch type thing. Creamy treat, you donate, and then she eats a piece of food suggestively, perhaps. I have no idea. The other one's jumping jacks. That one's pretty self-explanatory, I imagine. Though it's going to be, like, really disorienting watching Fortnite gameplay on a moving, jiggling pair of butt cheeks. But that one, at least, I understand what that would look like. The creamy treat, though, I'm at a loss. I have no clue. So, yeah. I don't have a lot of strong thoughts on this new Twitch meta here. It definitely is the most clothed I've seen in a while for one of these metas. So that's going in a good direction, I would think, right? I actually imagine she probably won't get banned for this one. I don't know how many times she's been banned. It's a lot, but this might actually be one that's safe by the Twitch policy. Though you have to wonder, how do the hog squeezers feel about it? Because this is more closed than they're used to for a sexual meta that's developed. And I can't see the chat replay when I went back to watch it. I don't know if it's just Twitch mobile not really functioning properly like usual or what, but I can't see their response. When we covered the last one with Strawberry Tabby and the butthole cam, which sounds like the title to a Harry Potter book, we were able to see the chat and them celebrate each and every gyration she made every time she adjusted her seating position. There were people in the chat going crazy. Yeah! Whoa, come on, Fudge! Whoa! So it was like the Super Bowl of butt for them. This one, you don't really get any of that. You're getting Fortnite, where there was once ass. So maybe they're disappointed in it and it won't take off as like the next successful sexual Twitch meta or anything, but who really knows? I'm not an expert on this, contrary to popular belief. But yeah, anyway, that's really about it. So yeah.